Another cozy vlog. Today I am going to show you what I do with my old candles. These are actually two Yankee candles, the cinnamon one and the warm and cozy one. I burnt them through completely. There's a lot of wax still left in both of them, as you can see, and I'm not going to waste this because these candles are quite expensive and I want to savor the scents. So I'm going to make wax melts out of these, and then I also have this candle has a spring scent to me, and we're in spring at the moment, and I've already burned through this. So this is from Mr. Price. It's the sugar bush one, and it smells like freshly cut roses to me. So these are the ones that I've made previously. This is from a hazelnut candle. This mold that I used didn't work so well. The green one is another Mr. Price scent. It's the summer rain candle, and then there's a purple one that is a lavender candle, and then this one has a lot of vanilla in there. Let me show you my DIY wax molds that I use. You are going to love when I tell you what I actually use to make these, but it works perfectly. Look at that. Isn't that just the perfect mold? Now you're not going to believe me if I tell you what it is. So this mold is actually when I went to Food Lovers Market, I bought some, brace yourself, meatballs. So the meatballs were in this container, and after I used the meatballs, I was like, this is the perfect mold to get like mini little wax melts, and it just worked perfectly. Of course I washed it thoroughly before I used it, and you can see it is a little bit waxy because I've used it before, but I cleaned it as much as I could. Of course you can buy something like this at a craft store, but I mean, I'm upcycling my meatball container. Anyway, and I don't have to throw this plastic away, and I can reuse it, so it's absolutely perfect. And I'm going to show you how I use this today. The first thing that I'm going to do is to actually remove the wax. Now these, I don't think it's going to be such a big mission to remove these. Let's see. I think it's already, yeah, look, it's already loose. So I'm just gonna have to break them to get them out because they're stuck. Okay, so this one isn't as loose as that one, but I'm going to scrape all of these out. What you can also do, what I've done in the past, is I put these in the freezer, and then when it hardens and you break it with like a big knife or something, then it kind of shatters not the glass, be careful, the wax kind of shatters because it's frozen. So that also works very well. Now it's very important to take this part out. You don't want to put this in your little bowl because we're going to melt these in the microwave. I'm going to melt it in here in the microwave, and you don't want to put anything metal in your microwave. So take the little thing out that had the wick, that was part of the wick. Look, it's completely burned through. So don't put this in your microwave. It just started raining, making this craft so cozy. Look at that. So now I have 3 empty containers and all of the wax taken out. I took out all of the wicks out of the wax, and now I'm going to melt them one by one. I think let's start with the warm and cozy ones. I'm going to melt this in the microwave until it is completely melted. Be careful, please. Melted wax is very, very hot, so please do not burn yourself. I think I'm going to start with, let's start with a minute, and I'm going to keep on checking up on it while it is melting. Sandia, don't walk away. We don't want an explosion in the microwave. While the wax is melting in the microwave, I put my container, put it in some cold water because I don't want the plastic to melt when we put the hot wax in here. I'm putting it in for another 2 minutes. Nothing really happened with that first minute, but it is Yankee, so it might take a little longer because it's proper good quality wax that we're working with here. We are getting somewhere. It's been in total it's been in for a minute, for 2 minutes. It has been 5 minutes in total, and we are completely melted. I let it cool down a little bit so I can actually touch it. It's still very warm, so be careful. And I'm going to start by pouring it in. Poured them in here. Couldn't really see the process while pouring. Just be very careful when you pour them. But they are going to start setting on their own now. This is amazing. I got 9 wax melts out of the cinnamon one. So I'm just going to let that set and then we can pop it out.